quarters. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here we go. 180! 45.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 12, fellas, here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go. 180!
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 90 is a man.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Down. 50, plant. Hey, over.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
54, come on, 54. Ready?
Here's Portis, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got it. Mike, hey, Charlie. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, be tripping.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. It's caught. Smith. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go. Slam. Check 26, take 3. 218, chop it. Check that 3. Let's go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, team 6. Bandit. Let's go.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Ballooning. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. These two teams all tied after 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, come on, now. Come on. Bravo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't get up. Go.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
10-2, son. Hey, 2. Keep it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We ain't giving up nothing today. Go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. This is caught by Jackson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah. Hey, Echo. Go, Jack, fight.
A run with Portis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, exit.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man out. Jim.
Christian Travis. Hey, Alpha.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Get it.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. That's Logan.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up.
Lee Griffin.
Kaepernick to throw again. And that's caught by Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 49ers 16-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check, check. Lucky. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
Protein spell.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Shoot.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw, Kaepernick. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boy.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 55, check,
Small. On the ball.
Kaepernick going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now a carry for Portis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? Hey, Charlie.
55, check, 55.
Kaepernick throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On third and long, it's Kaepernick going deep for Diggs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
55. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Bravo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
55, Mike, 55.
You don't know no better.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55.
Go.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike, 55.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Watch out.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Bang.
Hey, echo.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. The open man is Smith. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, exit.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run it here with Bortles. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It's caught by Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
3 down, 3 down.
White.
Check.
General West.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Army. Right there.
Hey, wahoo!
54 Mike.
Kaepernick now to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
54. Get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
54. Hey, that's good.
Ready.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180.
Watch time. Tight end right.
Hey, Charlie.
90 is a mic.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go. 180.
Watch one, watch one.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Let's stop.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
45. You must be true. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Bring it.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Shoot.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Bravo.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Let's go.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Garoppolo. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Logan. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, here's Coleman. And some room to work. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Set. 60 outlaw.
55 to Mike. Go, go, go.
Hey, echo.
55, Mike, 55.
61, matchbox lights.
Play that D.
Snap.
They hand it off to Portis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
What you got, Andy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Mike.
Get up. 5.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Kaepernick. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They
don't
practice
they?
it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Take 4, take 4.
21.
Here's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout
Here we go.
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Single. I got you.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
13. Protein spill.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 180!
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So the final seconds have